reason. Some agents on the VP are really easy to understand why, like Breach, for example. He really only had one choice and may have been slightly forced to join, while other agents like Astra, we really are left wondering on why exactly did she decide to join Valorant, because it's still unclear why. So let's start off with the 3 agents that started it all: Brimstone, Viper, and Omen. As I'm sure most of you guys know, those 3 are the true founders of the Valorant Protocol. Without them, there may have never even been a VP. So what part did they play when it came to its creation, and what are their reasons for making Valorant in the first place? Well, the Valorant Protocol was founded by a quote-unquote shadow organization in an attempt to recruit highly skilled humans and Radiants in controlling the Radiants scattered around the world that were using their powers in criminal or harmful ways. Since Radiants are obviously way stronger than humans and can harness their insane abilities, they could do pretty much whatever they wanted with those powers. So think of the reason why the VP was founded as a sort of national force that would basically stop rogue Radiants from harming anyone else with their powers. So I do believe that the shadow organization I talked about earlier most likely is either the kingdom or an org that is closely affiliated with the kingdom. We know for a fact that Brimstone used to work in the kingdom's KSEC division, and Viper worked as a kingdom scientist. It's also heavily hinted that Omen used to work as a scientist as well for the kingdom. We could see a kingdom logo on his hood that he wears. So right off the bat, the founding agents of the Valorant Protocol were all kingdom employees at some point. Plus, all the weapons pretty much are manufactured from the kingdom as well. So to say that they played a part in Valorant's founding is a huge understatement. You know what else is a huge understatement? My love for Valorant Tracker. I'm just as surprised as this enemy Jett seeing plats are in his lobby that you watching this video play Valorant and don't have Valorant Tracker installed on your PC. But Jeppy, I've never heard of Valorant Tracker. What is it? You fool! Valorant Tracker is literally a gamer's paradise of information you never had access to before about everything you do in Valorant. It records every kill you've ever gotten with any weapon, every win you've ever gotten with any agent, and any dub or loss you've ever experienced on any map. There's so much more information than that though, because you can see the ranks, KD, and win rates of anyone in your lobby. That's how that Jett knew I was a plat, because they had Valorant Tracker already installed. Look at her scouting out the competition. Well, to be honest guys, we weren't much competition because we got destroyed that game. Anyways, maybe if I used some of the epic guides the community uploads to Valorant Tracker for me to check out, perhaps we would have done better. So do what you should have done a long time ago and use my link to download Valorant Tracker for free. It's built on top of Overwolf. You're gonna love it, and thank you so much for sponsoring today's video. Okay, so now we know why Brimstone, Viper, and Omen helped found the Valorant Protocol. Brimstone became leader most likely due to his decorated military achievements, while Viper and Omen were brought on to help beef up Valorant's research department. Now let's move into Agent 4 on the Valorant Protocol, Killjoy. Now the weird thing with KJ is that she released in Valorant in patch 1.05, which was after the game of Valorant already launched. So it's a little confusing how she is Agent 4, but she came out after the game release. Well, I can't answer that question, but I do know why Killjoy joined the Valorant Protocol. Just like the founding agents, the kingdom wanted to send another agent to join the team who could bring her expertise in machinery to the newly formed Valorant Protocol. Since Clara, or KJ, was the leader of Kingdom's research and development department even at the young age of 18, well, there quite literally wasn't a better option to add as an agent in Valorant. So now that's the first 4 agents to be in Valorant, all ex-Kingdom employees. Now with Cypher, Agent 5, that's where the affiliation with the Kingdom stops. In fact, Cypher hates the Kingdom and grew up in the streets of Morocco, surrounded by the negative effects the massive energy, research, and weapons company brings. So why would Cypher join a newly created Valorant when all 4 agents that were already there had close ties to the Kingdom? Well, to be honest, guys, I'm not so sure I know. We never really got any concrete reasons why Cypher joined, but it most likely has to do with 2 things. 1, the VP desperately were looking for the best of the best when it comes to securing and hacking information as well as surveillance. And 2, Cypher's family unfortunately died, and he probably felt like he had nothing else left really to live for. Maybe an opportunity turning over a new leaf as a Valorant agent sounded like it might help him out of a dark time, perhaps, but of course that's just speculation, as again, we never really got any confirmation of reasons why Cypher joined. Speaking of unknown reasons why an agent joined, let's talk about Sova. I scoured wiki pages, forums, and everything else I could get my hands on, and I didn't find a reason why Sova joined. The only thing I can really think of is he may have had close ties with Brimstone. We know Brim trusts Sova perhaps more than any other agent on the VP, well, maybe besides Sage. So where did all this trust come from? Could it be from the countless missions they've gone on together? or maybe they knew each other in the past and Brim helped Sova get recruited. As far as I know, Sova has no ties to the kingdom, so that's really all I'm having to go off of as of right now. What do you guys think? Agent 7 on the protocol is Sage. Now, Sage is a raiding healer monk that grew up in China. She is clearly immensely powerful and definitely one of the most important agents on the VP for not only her healing abilities, but so much more. She moved her way up quickly, taking Viper's old position as the second in command of Valorant under Brimstone. She also is the lead agent when helping new recruits get familiarized and trained with the Valorant Protocol and leads a Radiant training program. But why did Sage join the Valorant Protocol in the first place? Well, actually guys, I don't know. Just like Sova and Cypher, we never really got a real reason why. So let's speculate. I imagine Sage joined because she felt like she can use her Radiant powers to help save more life and lessen the suffering of civilians negatively affected by these rogue Radiants we talked about earlier. Remember, maybe she could go to sites where a Radiant harmed people for whatever reason and heal their pain or injuries. That's most likely the reason why. Well, at least what I'm thinking. All right, well, since Agent 8 is no longer a member of the Valorant Protocol, we have absolutely no idea why this mysterious Agent 8 joined. I made a video explaining all the possible reasons why Agent 8 left the protocol. If you're interested, I can link that in the top right so you can watch that after this video. But yeah, that's all we got for this one, Agent 8. But Phoenix and Agent number 9 is very much still here and a prominent member of the Valorant Protocol. But why did Phoenix join? Well, we don't know. Yay, another agent that joined and we have absolutely no idea why. To be honest, guys, I'm not sure why the VP recruited Phoenix. He has always been impulsive, overconfident, and sometimes even a liability. Now, his character has grown a ton recently, especially with that what we saw in the warm-up cinematic, but this is very recent. So the only reason why he joined is that it looks like the Valorant Protocol really liked how powerful Phoenix is. I mean, let's face it, power level wise, he's one of the strongest on the VP. That's like the only thing I got for Phoenix though. Agent 10 is Jett, and just like Phoenix and half the other agents I already said, we have no confirmation on the reason why Jett joined. To be honest, it's likely another scenario with Phoenix where the VP reached out for her to join because they like how powerful Jett is. She's young and can be molded into a perfect long-lasting agent for years to come. Trust me guys, pretty much all the agents from here on out have reasons for why they joined. It's just some of these original agents that launched with Valorant didn't get a story for joining. Maybe Riot will tell their stories in a future update. Let's now talk about Reyna, Agent 11. Now, Reyna is very, very interesting because ideally, she would have no reason to join the VP and her views should actually counter the overall mission of the Valorant Protocol. Remember, guys, Reyna founded a sanctuary to help Radiants escape difficult situations, most of them originating from the kingdom, and harbors those Radiants in the sanctuary. She has gone on to say time and time again that the future is Radiant and she hates human technology. So why is she on an organization whose foundation was closely affiliated with the kingdom in an attempt to control Radiance? It actually doesn't make much sense if you really think about it. So I'm going to leave you all an opportunity to give your best theory in the comments on why Reyna joined. Could it be to perhaps one day take over the VP and turn it into something different? Let me know your theories down below. Next at Agent 12 is Race, another agent that really hates the kingdom. Now, I know that the Valorant Protocol over the years has distanced himself away from the kingdom, but in many ways they're still closely tied together. Again, guys, we have another agent that we don't know why joined. Let's just move on to an agent we know 100% why they joined, and that's Breach. Now, with Breach, it was all in the name of getting him to join due to the power he can bring. His arms are incredibly strong and diverse in abilities. I think the Valorant Protocol recognized that they could use him even though he had a not so ideal history. That history was the criminal life he lived for pretty much his entire life. It got so bad that he had to exile himself because law enforcement was starting to close in on him due to the notorious things he did. So the Valorant Protocol, actually more specifically Viper, offered him a way out. If he joined and would be recruited as the 13th agent, they would clear his file of all the criminal charges he ever had. So in a way, he was almost forced to join, or else he would have inevitably gone to prison for his crimes. Next is Agent 14, Skye. Now, Skye is actually really easy to know why she joined because we literally see it in her trailer. She was scouting around a kingdom facility trying to figure out if all this environmental damage in the area was linked to that building. What she found, though, was an awe-inspiring circular rift that opened up in the sky. She was on a call with Sage when exploring the area, and Sage begged Skye to join the VP because these rifts were opening up all over the planet. Skye was hesitant at first and didn't really believe her, but eventually caved in when she realized Sage wasn't lying. The next agent to join the protocol after Skye is Yoru at Agent 15. So Yoru joined the protocol sometime after he stole the mask he wears from the Kingdom shipping facility on Icebox or S22. Yoru tells Phoenix in the retake cinematic that he's been there before, so that is confirmed.
What's taking so long? I thought you knew this place.
I do. Don't rush me.
But why did Yoru join the Valorant Protocol? Well, I initially thought it was because of the events of the retake cinematic that Brim offered him to join, but I just found out that no, he was a current member of the VP shortly before the mission to stop the spike detonation on Icebox with Phoenix in the retake cinematic. So I thought Yoru was going to be an easy one with this question. It's going to be a little tougher. So I think we're going to have to give the same answer as Phoenix and Jett, perhaps. The Valorant Protocol just really liked how powerful Yoru can be and decided they needed that on the team. Speaking of someone that is immensely powerful, Astra, coming in at Agent 16. Astra is one of the highest power level agents in Valorant's lore. The only thing we really have going off of why Astra joined the protocol is that she is an Astra Guardian, doing everything she can to protect the cosmos and reality with it. So I'm assuming she saw something in the Valorant Protocol that may help her along with that quest. Could the threats of Omega Earth and multiple spike detonations lead to an unstable reality? Well, perhaps. We do know that she spends most of her time in space, and as of very recently, she didn't really go on many missions at all or make any appearances in a cinematic or voicemail to Brimstone. As of writing this script, the new Fire Again Champions music video came out and Asher was in it. Oh man, here we go with KO at agent number 17. One of the coolest agents of the VP for sure. So why did KO join the protocol? Radiant Wars, that's why. He didn't want the planet-wide disaster happening again in another timeline. So after defeating Empress Reyna, saving humanity in the alternate universe he was originally manufactured in, he took a teleporter to Alpha Earth, our timeline. He arrived via the teleporter on Breeze that actually Chamber had a hand in creating, and looked for Brimstone. He vowed to never let Radiance rise up again and try to wipe out humanity, but was ultimately surprised to see Radiance and humans get along, for the most part, on Alpha Earth. Let's move on to my main, the mega rich French boy Chamber. Now, Chamber joined the protocol when he saw an opportunity to likely gain some more influence and power. He somehow got information that the leader and a higher up on the Valorant Protocol, Brimstone and Viper, were being held captive by someone or something, I'm still not sure who. He actually teamed up again with his Omega double Chamber to help pull off this rescue. His athleticism and expert management of his gadgets and weaponry helped make that rescue look extremely easy. Brimstone was impressed, and even though he initially didn't really trust Chamber at all, he offered him a position on the protocol. Agent 19 is Neon, and Chamber is pretty much the sole reason why Neon exists as an agent in Valorant. He knew about the Omega project the VP was working on, building a teleporter to get to Omega Earth and hopefully take the fight to them. That's why we have the map Pearl on Omega Earth. Well, Killjoy needed an insanely powerful energy source to power the teleporter when she completes it. Then Chamber remembered a person he knew in his past, someone that no longer likes Chamber, but he knew worked in the K-Sec division of Kingdom, just like how Brim did in the past as well. That person is, of course, Neon. He gave Neon's information to Brimstone and told him to reach out to her, and that's exactly what he did. Now, the last agent at the time of the recording for this video is going to be Fade. It should all be fresh in our memories on why Fade joined, but let's give you a quick summary. Fade was the notorious blackmailer that was harassing the Valorant Protocol for a while, daring to leak out all of their personal information if they didn't return a man that is very important to Fade. After a while and in apprehending of Fade, Cypher interrogated her and told Fade that whoever she is looking for is not with the VP and never has. Fade's interest peaked when Cypher told her about alternate realities and worlds. So even though Fade was an enemy for a few months, she then became Valorant's 20th agent. I'm sorry guys, I wasn't able to find much more information on why the agents joined, but those stories simply haven't been told yet by Riot. If you're interested though, make sure to subscribe with noties because I'm always keeping myself updated in the lore of Valorant and will make a video when anything new comes out. Now with all that being said, Jeppy out!